Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Andreea. I'm a celebrity makeup artist based in Paris, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to create this look. All the products that I'm wearing right now is what I currently have in my personal makeup kit. I'm going to go to New York tomorrow and I kind of wanted to visualize what my makeup is going to look like in pictures. I do this before every trip that I take. I just kind of practice the look so I don't take unnecessary makeup with me. So everything that I have, I will take in my makeup bag. Then I will know exactly what product goes with what. I know what I'm gonna look like in pictures. I know it's a little extra. Some people like to do all their outfits before the trip, but I like to do my makeup looks. Can I hear a little commotion for the shirt? Such a beautiful color. You guys, this is from Victoria Beckham. I love this shirt. And it's not too long. You know, sometimes when shirts are very long and then you end up having like this big situation here. This is not too long, which is great. I'm going to start with the Multi-Peptides and Growth Factor Advanced Lifting Serum. This is always sold out. I think it's sold out like 6 times. It's a fantastic product. You have to shake this really well before using it. I trust Allies of Skin so much. It's a brand that I am happy to partner with. I know that you guys love the products as well. And this is one product that I've started to use a couple of months ago. And you've probably heard about growth factor serums a lot. What are essentially growth factors are specialized proteins that strengthen your skin baseline health, which is essentially the foundation for skin longevity. They will signal the cells to boost the collagen production and kind of speed up the repair mechanisms, which will then help literally reverse the aging signs. Now, this is one serum that you can also use around the eyes, and you will see immediate results. Like a week after this, I saw less wrinkles around my eyes. I saw less wrinkles on my forehead. We gotta keep it real here. I got Botox about a month ago. I still have movement. I don't like my Botox to be like froze my face. So let's keep it real. Do you see the skin tightness? This is from the serum. Obviously, you know, I like to keep it real with you. That's why I have to mention that I am getting Botox. However, this very tight, hydrated looking skin, it's from the skincare. It's from my routine that I use all the time. And I strongly recommend this. This has been a game changer in my skincare routine. A lot of the products from Allies of Skin are very potent. They're truly working. And I can tell you this is one of them. I can make a list of like 5 products that I'm obsessed with from Allies of Skin, and it will definitely include this serum. You guys, even under the eyes, they're so much more smooth. I don't understand how this works immediately, but it does. Second step is the Peptide and Antioxidants Advanced Affirming Daily Treatment. This is a moisturizer, easy moisturizer that you can use no matter your skin type. I like to first take my moisturizer on the cheeks. That's where I'm the driest. Last but not least, SPF. And because it's morning right now as I'm filming, I'm going to use the one SPF 50. This is the Invisible Sunscreen Gel. And it's literally invisible. It looks like this. I like to put it in my palm and then apply it on the face. It feels like a primer. It really feels like a primer. Immediately after it gets in contact with the skin, very soft. It's very comfortable. Definitely not like a traditional sunscreen. This bougie bag from Louis Vuitton, this was a gift for my birthday from my husband a few years ago, maybe like 3 years ago. And ever since I use it for my personal makeup bag. And I have to tell you, this is filled probably more than 70% of the products that I have here, their complexion. Because nothing excites me more than complexion and lipsticks, but I actually have to admit that lipsticks, I have them in a different pouch because, you know, You know my love for lipsticks. However, I tried to kind of put everything here because I'm going to New York tomorrow, and I was thinking, okay, I have to have this very well organized so I don't carry unnecessary things with me. So I'm gonna literally take products from here, from my personal makeup bag. I'm gonna start the makeup with this foundation. I decided this is going to be the only foundation that I take with me. Maybe, I'm not sure. This is going to be the only foundation, yeah. I don't need more than one foundation, and this really kind of checks everything I love. If I would apply this in a very thin layer, it's very sheer, very luminous. If I apply this in 2 layers, I know that it's going to give me more coverage if I need to. This is in the shade Fiji. A lot of people correct me. How do you say Fiji? Do you say Fiji? Or a lot of people correct me online. Okay, so I'm going to use a big brush to buff this into the skin. And I love a very thin layer of this actually. It's so beautiful, this product. This is a little bit warm for me. A perfect match for me would actually be Mont Blanc from NARS. However, you know me, I love to get slightly darker because I do self-tan. I know it's not good for me, but I do self-tan a lot. So I plan to self-tan tonight actually when I get home. Okay, next is the concealer. Concealer is also from NARS. Now, I have to tell you something. I don't even know why I stopped using this. This is so good. This concealer is truly everything I personally want from a concealer. It has coverage. It does not set in the fine lines if I set it with powder. It has the perfect color to correct and conceal my under eyes. I'm using the shade Custard. The only thing about this concealer is that you need to use a tiny little bit. If you are heavy-handed and you end up using too much, this will look a little bit heavy. I'm not going to lie. That's the only thing about this concealer. I think because it comes in a pot and you can serve yourself with, you know, whatever amount of product you want, you could end up applying too much. Look at the difference. I love this concealer. If I feel like I want a little bit more brightness, or like I feel like I'm too tired, I take a bit more product and I apply it only here where I have that indentation, right? And immediately everything looks brighter. I'm not gonna apply any more product around the lashes where I have a lot of wrinkles, right? Next is going to be this contour stick from Dior. Now, here's the thing. I have a lot of contours that I love. However, this warmer shade is more like a bronzer to me, because this is pretty dark. Oh no, it's just in the shade number 2. However, you'll see it's pretty warm on me, and I kind of like to use this as a bronzer, and it gives me this almost like cognac-y color, which I like, but not as a contour, more like a bronzer, like I've mentioned. And I think it's the packaging. I think the fact that it's a contour, I think the fact that it comes in a stick that made me use this very often. And I find it also travel friendly. Do you see this color? Like at first you're like, I don't know, Andrea. But once you have it on, it's like, I see it now. It just gives you that warmth. Just what's left on the brush, I will apply it on my nose. The way this is a Maria Catala number 4 brush. Beautiful handle. Okay, here comes the blush. By far the blush that I use the most would be this pink. Lately, this was the only thing I would apply. There's just something about this pink. There are a few pinks that I love. The Bubble from Persona Cosmetics, which is a beautiful pink. This one, it's in 87 from YSL. And I forgot the name, the one from Huda Beauty. I'll write it in the description box, but basically it's this softer pink. It's not as pink as this. I love them all. These are like my favorite pinks on the market. I'm going to take it with this is a very old MAC Cosmetics brush. I don't even know if they make this anymore. This is in 133, sorry. You're probably wondering, like, and if you're wondering, okay, how are you applying powder right on top of the foundation? I'm just being careful. And you will see why in a second, why I apply this right on top of the foundation and I don't set first. Isn't this pink great, or what? You know, the drill. A little bit on the brow bone, a little bit on the nose. This powder from Makeup by Mario, I know I discovered later than most people, but it's so good. Very finely milled, very natural looking on the skin, but it does the job. What do I mean by it does the job? It sets your makeup in place, and also it mattifies the skin, but it doesn't make it super dry. So I like to take it with a powder puff. Have this tiny powder puff. I press the powder into the skin, and I make sure that my concealer did not crease. So gently I swipe the brush under the eyes. Then immediately I set the under eyes. Ooh, look at that white hair wanting to be part of the conversation. And then with the powder, I kind of go with the powder puff, I kind of go all over the mouth and also the center of the forehead. I took a tiny little bit more. Compared, I know you will ask this, compared with the Huda Beauty powder, this is a tiny bit more natural. I feel like they're both very blurring. They're both blurring the skin. Maybe Huda Beauty is a little bit better for the blurring part, and also if you have oily skin, I would strongly recommend the Huda Beauty. If you are looking for something slightly lighter in terms of texture, then go with Makeup by Mario. If you're a makeup artist, you don't know which one to get, I would say I always have these 3 powders in my makeup kit. Now I have the Makeup by Mario, which is like a very light powder, or Say. The Say Air Set powder is a great option as well. I also have the Huda Beauty for in between, not someone that is super oily, but also not someone that is very dry. And then the One Size powder I use only for oily skin, and that powder just like, wow, it's so mattifying, but I would never use it on dry skin. So makeup is set, nice and blurry. Skin is nice and blurry. I love that. When I turn, the skin still has the glow on the sides. This is what we want. And now let's move on with the eyebrows. When realistically, for my everyday makeup, I don't do the very precise eyebrows. I don't do any more, okay? I don't do eyebrow pencil or eyebrow powder. That's for more like nighttime. That is for going out. Recently, ever since Anastasia Beverly Hills came with this product, I find myself using this and nothing else because it's just enough for me, for my needs. It might obviously be different for everyone, but I find this very helpful because I do have some eyebrow material and I am looking for a product that works fast, and this one does, because it gives me color, it gives me discipline, and it makes my eyebrows somehow look thicker, fuller than they are, because it will coat, it has this very cool brush that will coat every single hair in my eyebrows with product. Even the blonde ones, you know, we always have those fine blonde ones in the eyebrows, and once you have them colored, you know, they're just making your eyebrows look a lot fuller. Like, what color am I using? This is soft brown. Soft brown is slightly warmer than medium brown, and when I use it alone, I would go with either soft brown or medium brown. I could use both because my hair at the base would be normally a medium brown because it's more a cool tone, right? But because I have some highlights, soft brown would also work. It's a matter of taste as well. I find myself loving less grayish eyebrows on me and more warm tone. It just sweetens me up a bit, I feel like. The one product that will make a big difference in the way your skin looks is going to be this one from Tom Ford. I've talked about this product many times, and I feel like with certain products, you guys are like, whatever, because I use so many. This is a game changer. This is truly a game changer. Let me show you. So after I use the blush, I like to use this right at the end. Look at the skin now, and look how it transforms the skin. it blends the bronzer, the blush all together into creating this glowy, but it's not highlighter, it's not bronzer, it's just something that gives your skin a much better look, a tighter look. Especially, obviously, this you're going to use if you're anywhere from very fair to light medium skin tone. If you're darker than medium skin tone, this is going to look a little bit gray on you. So keep in mind they have different colors, but for me, Moodlight is what works the best. And again, I cannot stress enough, use this after the blush. It will mix everything so beautifully together. Then I take a brown pencil. This one is from Wonderskin, and it's a very, very long-lasting pencil. And I kind of push it at the base of the lashes like so. In between them, I just do a base. I always like to have a really good base before I move on with eyeshadow. A lot of times this will be the only thing that I apply on my eyes, mascara, and that's it. But today we're gonna add a little something. So I'm adding the pencil. I smudge it, give it a more smoky feeling. And this is the type of pencil that doesn't give you a lot of time to work with. Can you get closer? Thank you. And once it sets, it kind of will not move. But I love this beautiful smoky at the base of the lashes. You guys agree? Like, this is the goal. I love this with, you know, just a lot of mascara, and it's great. Then I'm going to take this palette from Eldridge. I have to say, I'm not very faithful to one palette. I change the eyeshadow palettes in my personal makeup kit all the time. I love to have a good neutral, but then I get bored with it and I replace it in like a few weeks. That's also because I do have a lot of makeup at the studio. So I took this Eldridge palette. I love all the Eldridge palettes. Sorry guys, I'm taking the gray, the darker gray right here with a smaller brush and kind of go over what I did with the pencil. And also in the crease. And I'm going to take this color right here, and this really depends on what you're going to use it with. If I'm going to apply this with my fingers, check this out. Look at the pigment. Crazy pigment, right? But if you're like me, if you like just a soft color, you're gonna take it with a fluffy brush, which is not normal for an eyeshadow like this. Like, when I say not normal, everything is normal. What I mean is, like, most people would want to have the most of the pigment. Me, I want to have a wash of color always. So that's why when you take it with a brush like this, you kind of diffuse the color. It's going to be less intense. So I took it on the tip of the brush and then I applied on the mobile lid like so. You see how it's just a wash of color? Nothing too crazy, nothing too intense. Then for the lower lash line, I'm going to take this color here because it's a bit less intense than what I have on the top line, and I wanted to contour the lower lashes, but just not as intense, you know? Like so. Now the last eyeshadow that I'm going to apply is going to be this one right here. This is a topper, something that will not necessarily add too much color, but going to add a lot of shine. And this, you know the drill, I love to apply it in the center. When you blink, you have this beautiful sparkly situation. Now I love mascara, so I'm going to apply plenty of mascara. This one is from SWEED. Pretty massive difference between the two lashes. I think this type of makeup looks very timeless on everyone. It's a very soft look. It doesn't change the shape of my eye. It just improves, I think, the way my eyes look, but without changing it too much. Next, I'm going to do the lips, and I've been, you know, my love for this lip mask, the tinted lip mask from Wonderskin. Now, this is great because it's super long lasting, and it's basically a product that you won't feel on the lips. So I heavily overline the Cupid's bow, but then I follow the natural lip shape. What's great about this lip mask, this tinted lip mask, is that it comes in so many shades. So you could either use this all over the lip, you could use it only on the contour. I'm using Hush, that's the name of this color, and I kind of only want to use it on the contour. The more you leave it, the more intense the color is going to be. So I kind of apply it and then remove it immediately. I don't let it dry too much. And you want to remove it with just water. This is the result. It looks like you already have something on, but it's so great because it does not print on your finger. It does not print on the glass. Like there's nothing basically. It's a stain, right? And if you want, you can add something on top, such as a lip gloss. But I think that it's beautiful like this, you know, have a little tint on your lips. This is what I like to do when no one's watching. I like to add more lip liner because I'm obsessed with lip liner. So I will add something that's a bit more brown. Only on the Cupid's bow to make it a bit more intense, like so. Then I take the lip gloss also from Wonderskin, and this is great because it will not dissolve the product on your lips. Like it will not dissolve the stain. And I like to apply this only on the center. Crazy how clear lip gloss made everything look a lot more intense than it is. Wow. I have so many wrinkles on my lips. I didn't realize it until now. Okay, and this is it. This is the makeup look for today. It looks like I'm wearing so much lip product. It's crazy, and you guys know the reality. Like, obviously I have contour, but you know, nothing on the lip, like the body of my lip. I love this shade so much. Like I've mentioned, Hush is a great color to contour with, and Charming is the color that I love to use all over the lip. I could use the Charming also only on the contour, but I feel like Hush is the perfect, realistic lip contour. These two I always have in my makeup kit, and this is it. This is what I am currently using, what I'm going to travel with. I do like to set my makeup, but I have to admit I don't use this all the time. I got the small version from One Size. When I'm going to go to New York tomorrow, my first stop is going to be in Sephora to get more of these, because the way this makes your makeup last, I don't even want to know what's inside this product, but it's just so good for your makeup. You guys, your makeup won't budge after this. Why do I look like I'm about to teach? I am teaching you makeup. Okay, I'm telling you, this pencil from Wonderskin, like I always have a hard time removing it. And it's the same for the eyes. It's like super, super long lasting. If you're looking for something that is super long lasting, I dare you to try this. I dare you to try this. And this is the final look, guys. I truly love the way it turned out. Hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something new. And as usual, everything that I've mentioned is in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.